This week on Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, we share our New Year Community Special. We recorded our stroke and TBI survivor gathering this week as a way to publicly share our celebrations from 2024 and intentions for the year ahead. From publishing books, contributing to art shows, walking 5Ks, to fostering supportive connections, our guests share what they've achieved and visions that inspire their year ahead. Whether focusing on physical recovery, emotional resilience, or new beginnings, these stories remind us of the strength found in community and in self-discovery. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of the New Year Community Special with the Beyond Stillness Stroke and TBI Survivor Group.
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org.
Hello and welcome to Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke. Stroke offers a powerful, life-changing shift in perspective. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. Beyond Stillness offers a moment of pause for storytelling and reflection. Ultimately, we create a welcoming environment that reveres the moment beyond stroke's paralysis. Still moments unite humanity and divinity. I'm your host, Molly Bucola. As we begin today, we take a moment of pause, a moment we set intentions, ways that we can be and become our inspired selves. And we give thanks. Now, part 2 of our New Year Community Special with the Beyond Stillness Stroke and TBI Survivor Group. Steve, would you like to share something that you're proud of from last year and something that you're going to try to do more of next year?
Well, they're both kind of hand in hand because I was looking into something called an Ipsy hand. I don't know how many of y'all have seen that.
Yeah, I saw it.
But it's actually it's like thought-controlled movement with the Wi-Fi, basically from a unit on your head to a unit in my hand. But when I was doing the testing for it, I had to take off my wrist support. And the guy wanted to see just what could I do with my hand. And I found out by accident, I guess, that I can actually move my wrist again. It's not range of motion yet. So my goal this coming year is to work on that more.
Awesome. That's a good find, Steve.
Yeah, the support, I started wearing it because my wrist started to hurt because my hand just hanging there limp. But I think I wore it too much. It became just as much of a hindrance as it was a help.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get stuck in our own rut, right? And it's important to continue to push ourselves forward.
I don't know who all's listened to the story yet or not, but after my father, I don't hold grudges anymore with anybody, except I did with myself for a long time. It's taken me a really long time to forgive myself because my strokes were my own fault, smoking cigarettes. I mean, even though I was a runner, and I know the two don't go together very well, but I go out on the weekend and run 12 to 15 miles just to relax. That was my clear my head time. But yeah, I was a smoker, and of course, so whether that's really what caused it or not, but that's the first thing they grabbed at and said that's what caused them. But the first one was the morning of July 4th of 2019, and the second one hit the next afternoon while I was still in ICU from the first one. And the second one hit the exact same spot as the first one too. And I've been finding out that's a little more common because there's actually a support group of face-to-face support group I go to once a month. But for multiple strokes, it's really not all that uncommon.
Well, I'm glad there's a group for that, but it's painful to hear. We've heard just in this group a few people who have had multiple. Steve's story we published last week. In fact, most of you on here have worked on your stories and shared your stories on Beyond Stillness. If you haven't done so already, you can listen to each other's stories on the podcast.
Yeah, I've been going back and trying to listen to different ones.
Thanks.
Now I can see a whole bunch of people. Okay, cool. Okay, for 2024, I'm grateful that I survived 1 year. So I've survived a year, which I really didn't think I was going to do. I really was 100% convinced I was going to die. It was absolutely terrifying. I've never even been in the hospital before. And I mean, the first year has been absolutely terrifying. I have like heart palpitations all the time. I constantly think I'm going to die. I'm afraid to go to sleep. But I do sleep a lot, and I sleep much better than I did before my stroke. So that is a positive. But anyway, 2024, I'm just happy that I survived my first year after the stroke. And 2025, I think I'm going to focus on being less scared, hopefully, and believing that I am going to live and that I do have years ahead of me, and then just really focus on my health, trying to focus on eating better. I have a very limited palate of what food I can tolerate, and so kind of make some challenges, but I'm going to try to work with that to at least get healthier, exercise more, and stuff like that. And learn Zoom. I mean, that's what I need to do, obviously, because I really haven't figured this out yet.
Thank you, Leslie. It's good to have you. And the
Thank you.
first year is really difficult. So that is a big accomplishment. It's trying to figure out what side is up and what direction we're going, and there's a lot of grief. And so
I have a lot of where everything seems distressing to me. Like even small things seem really like the end of the world, like really distressing. And I cry, which I never used to cry before. I have fear. I have sadness. Every time I see my parents or anyone I love, I every time I leave from just like seeing them, I think it's gonna be the last time I see them. I have really bad light sensitivity, and I'm tired, and I also have some pretty bad memory issues. Like I remember everything before the stroke, but I'm having trouble retaining new information and forgetting what I'm doing in the middle of what I'm doing, like all the time. Yeah.
it's tough.
Hey, Leslie, I felt a lot like that at the beginning.
Yeah.
So you just work through it. You'll get there. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I didn't know there was this stroke group. I looked at the hospital. I asked, what can I do? How do I find people? I could not find anything. And so I started watching YouTube videos, and then I finally just the other day found that Australian guy, and Molly was on it. And I thought I'm just going to watch that. And so I saw Molly on.
Bill Gassiamas, he also wrote his story and shared it on Beyond Stillness. And he has a lot of podcasts and a lot of information. So I'm really glad that you found Bill.
Yeah. And then I saw you, and then I was like, oh my gosh, she's from Oregon too. And then I was like, cool, maybe she has a group, but you're in Bend, not the Portland area. But now I'm going to learn Zoom. So
yeah. Thank you, Leslie.
Molly.
Yep.
It's Ricardo.
Ricardo.
There you go.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. Good evening from Chicago. My stroke was about 5 years ago, and I'm so glad I met Calvin when I had my stroke. My stroke was a little bit different than everyone else's. I've heard some great stories with everyone. And for 2024, I guess my main thing, I was not more of a workaholic, but more of a doaholic. I moved a lot. I did a whole lot of things. I'm talking about things, just about 50 or 20 things. So I had to pull back. And that was my goal for 2024, is to pull back some and relax some and see. So I guess see from another person look or see. So I did, and I was proud that I pulled back some because I've been coaching baseball for like almost, let me see, I'm tell my age, almost 34 years. Been in baseball. So I've had a lot of people. I've used to work, go to pick up kids. I did everything there was to do. So I was happy that I pulled back. And I was happy also that I kept in touch with Calvin, which is one of my best friends who I really, when I joined the group, he really pushed me. And I watched him a lot through therapy. And that's why I don't use the word can't, because I've seen the worst of the worst, believe me, and I've seen the best of the best. And this guy kept the same smile and kept you meet a person every once in a while. I guess God has a meeting a person every once in a while. I met a person like him that kept like almost, if I could say, over 50 people happy and motivated. He did. He kept over 50 people motivated by being him, being his personality. And my 2025 goal is just to be a sponge, be closer to God, be closer to the people I know, to not only share stories to help people. My life is about serving. That's what I'm here to do, serve. So that's all I want to do. I want to serve, Molly. That's all I want to do is just help everyone, listen to everyone, tell the people, about it. It's much better on the other side. You can do it. It's no not. I can't. I don't believe in none of that stuff. I believe everybody can do it. So my 2025, I'm definitely gonna push that, and I'm definitely gonna push that goal to keep going, for everyone to keep going. And like I said, my stroke was about 5 years ago. My stroke was different because it was more like a brain aneurysm, but it was a stroke. And it put me down just like Calvin, 31 days. But I never questioned God. I never questioned like, why me? Or why is it my time? My thing is, it's not my time. That's all it was. It's not that was my main thing from day one. It's not my time. Everybody, my wife, she was so wonderful. The family, everybody. I had, like I told Molly in her podcast when I wrote, the hospital I was at, my wife had to put a password on it because I had over 100 and some people come to see me. And from Germany, they flew in from Germany. They came from Atlanta. They came from Nebraska. They came. I mean, it was people. It was people. One of the stories I tell people is that I had two kids I coach, and they grown men, and they lived in Michigan. One drove up, so my wife had put a password, so he had seen me, and I didn't know he had seen me, but he left to get something to eat, and she put the password on, so he couldn't get back in. So he started fighting the security guard, and went to jail that weekend trying to see me.
Wow.
Yeah. It's unreal. I mean, it's unreal. It's an unreal feeling to show the love this group that we have, and it's so diverse and so wide. And that's what I tell people, that if you can get a little something every single time, and I'm fed, and it's like I get fed every time I get on the group. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I hear something, or I read something, or I get on Molly podcast, or I listen to Calvin, and Calvin got me into wanting to write a book. I want to write a book, but I'm a people's person. Just like that's more than a quote. I love being out there. I went right back to work maybe 6 months later, 8 months later, after my 31 days in the hospital, because I wasn't gonna I told God, it's not my time. It's just not my time. You don't want me like this. You wanted me to help people. You wanted me to get out and reach people, and that's what I did. And that's what I told Molly. That's my mission for 2025. So everyone that's in this group, just know that you can do whatever you're gonna do. If it takes 12 years, 15 years, if it takes one day, 2 days, you can do it. That's all it is. I'm here to inspire.
Man.
You're
Yeah.
so inspiring, Ricardo. Listen to Ricardo's story. He just gave us a whole pep talk. Ricardo, I love that. Thank you. Thank you. I love that you said, I told God. You tell God.
Not my
You tell
time.
him.
Yeah. That's
Great.
yeah.
That's great. Thanks, Ricardo.
You're welcome.
Hey guys,
Hey, Jarvis.
How you going? My name's Jervis. I'm from Australia. Next month will be my 1 year of having a stroke. My stroke was a little bit different as well. Mine was the back of my head. I had a cerebellum stroke. I was working one moment, next minute I knew I was sick. I didn't have anything like Leslie was saying, like the whole numbness or anything. I didn't have anything. All I was is lost balance. I lost coordination and balance, and then I went to hospital. They couldn't rule out what it was because I didn't have any of the signs. But I was in 3 months in hospital, 10 days in coma, couldn't walk, couldn't eat. So 2024, I've accomplished walking again. So learn how to walk again. Spent, 10 days of a feeding tube, and doctors were saying probably no chance of him ever eating again. So I did all my therapy exercises, and yeah, last year I accomplished re-eating. But this year, 2025, I think my focus is getting better again and getting clear to go back to work or driving, because I haven't been able to do any of those yet.
Cool.
Awesome, Jarvis. Awesome.
Yeah, well done, Jarvis.
Real good, Jarvis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm Michelle, and I didn't even realize this, but Molly, it's my 12-year anniversary in a couple weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Yeah.
So I had a stroke in 2013 when I was 43 and pregnant, and I had a half year in the hospital. But that's all back there. So what 24 was good. I was in 2 art shows. So then 25, the goal will be to get in 3 art shows.
Yes. Michelle is quite a talented artist, and I love that your art was submitted and accepted into art shows. And I love that you explore a lot of different mediums also, Michelle.
Well, you know what? I didn't even care if I got into the art show, the second one. It was more like a test of, am I better enough that I can meet a deadline? And I never thought I would actually get in.
Yeah. Well, you did, and it was public. Well done,
Very
Michelle.
cool.
So, ladies and gents, there's a lot to be proud of. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. I'm really thankful for this past year. I am in awe of each person that I meet. Each and every one of you has not one story, but billions of stories. And I'm grateful for what you've shared with me and what you've shared with other people in the stroke community. Looking forward to the next year, I would like to extend this and welcome more people into the fold. What you are sharing here is really special, and it's pretty exciting. We had a few rehab centers and stroke organizations reach out, and they're looking for ways to collaborate with us so that we can share these stories and these community events with other people. And it's all because of you who are stepping up to support and inspire other people. So looking forward, I'm excited to grow our community. Right?
Thanks to you, Molly.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Molly.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
to everything, Molly.
Yes.
okay,
I'm so
Leslie,
thankful. Thank you.
You're the best.
you're the best, Calvin. You're all the best. Thank you. See you
Thank you,
next month.
Molly.
Thank you,
All right,
Molly.
everybody have a good week. Have a
You
good week.
too.
Thanks to everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Storytelling empowers us to share our experiences in a way that invites others to reflect on their own. In closing, we offer reflection questions as an opportunity to spark dialogue with yourself, friends, family, or fellow stroke survivors. I will read questions aloud, and you can also find them written in the podcast episode description. Community conversation prompts. What accomplishments or personal growth in 2024 are you most proud of? What do you hope to focus on or achieve in the year ahead?
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org. Another way to support is to like, share, or subscribe to our weekly show.
Thank you for joining us for part 2 of the New Year Community Special with the Beyond Stillness Stroke and TBI Survivor Group. For the full story, please listen to part 1 of the New Year Community Special. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. Hearing these celebrations and intentions for our community is a powerful reminder of the resilience and strength that drive us all forward. As you step into the new year, we hope these stories inspire you to reflect on your own journey and the milestones, big or small, that shape your path. Remember, you are not alone. Together, we continue to foster connection, celebrate growth, and support one another in healing and hope. We'd love to hear your thoughts and celebrations. Connect with us on social media or through our website, beyondstillness.org. As part of the stroke community, you are more than supportive. You are inspirational. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with others and consider donating to Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke.
If you are part of the stroke community and have a story you'd like to share on the show, please contact us. Email molly@beyondstillness.org.